Hi, RZA, Carolyn for Carolyn Talks podcast and YouTube channel. So my question has a bit to do with what you were just discussing about episode 6 and like visualizing the creative process of the music. But I want to talk about the inspiration of using films because one of the things that did inspire you and the Wu-Tang Clan as a collective are action films, specifically Chinese action films. Like you were huge fans of the Shaw Brothers films, like me too. So like the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. I love that reference that you guys throw in there. And so for episode 4 and episode 7 really caught my attention because of how you guys constructed them. And I want to talk about the use of sound because episode 4 reminds me of a Western. So you have like the use of jewelry that would sound like, the spurs on the boots. Whereas in episode 7, you have like a shootout in a church, which is synonymous with Hong Kong action films. So could you just tell me about using films as visual reference for the episodes that you created?
Yeah, the beauty of film is that a picture could say 1,000 words. And I use film to escape so many things in my life, just in my imagination. And now I get a chance to play in this medium. And so when I get the writer's room together, I actually have a list of films that I need them to watch in order to help tell the story. Because the one thing about Wu-Tang that I found, that I strive to do as a creator, but I also found in my audience is that people come from all walks of life. You got comic book lovers, video game lovers, kung fu movie lovers, black exploitation movie lovers, mafia, people searching for knowledge of self, meditation, Eastern way. All these cultures are part of what I see in my audience, And so I strive as a creative to say, well, let's consider everything as much as we can, of course, and let's play with it. And with the power of a whole series, 10 episodes of TV, I actually can genre hop. And so, yeah, you was right. Episode 4 was totally designed like a spaghetti Western. And when you think of a spaghetti Western like Once Upon a Time in the West, what a masterpiece of filmmaking. And I told our director, Craig, I was like, Craig existed over 200 episodes of TV, all right? And he loves spaghetti Western, but he don't get a chance to play because, he's doing Monk or doing all these other different shows, him and his brother, right? So to come in and tell a story and then to use that as a backdrop was so much fun for him. And for us in the writer's room and me and Alex, when we think about the season trajectory, we always like to use unique film ideas and incorporate them into storytelling because that's the power of film. I'll just say one last thing, before we started writing season 2 or in the middle of the writing process, I had a chance to watch the movie All That Jazz. And Fosse's way of telling that story, I thought was incredible. And I just went back to the writer's room. I was like, guys, you got to watch. I don't know, because some people in the writer's room could be 25, they don't know. So I'm like, yo, you got to watch this movie, okay? Watch the techniques, watch the culture, watch the power of storytelling. And as we are breaking this story for this episode, don't feel shy to incorporate, because if there's any show that could play with these things, it's Wu-Tang. And this is why you see, episode 7, you see us going to that church to describe the emotion. It's just basically because in real life, Sway and Barbito and Stretch made an interview saying when Wu-Tang came up to the station, they bum rushed the station. All these guys came in and it was like dangerous. And so I said, well, I don't want to do that. That's gangster. How can I tell that same story in a way that's going to be visually and cinematically stunning? And that's what ended up with the big church scene.
No, I love the scene. It was very much like 90s action. And also I love the reference to Silver Fox in episode 6. Thank you so much.